US-Israel-Iran war. What is the latest update? Hi, welcome to this week on the state of global peace, where I give you all the major highlights from the previous week impacting on global peace and security. I am Caroline and I monitor all events impacting on your peace and security. So stay with me. So it is 10 days since the war officially started, and the war is quickly escalating into other continents. In the Middle East, most of the countries have so far been impacted, with Iran carrying out retaliatory attacks on countries that are allies to the United States. Meanwhile, in Europe, countries like Turkey and Cyprus have been minimally affected by the conflict. In Asia, countries like Sri Lanka had an Iran Navy ship being sunk by a US submarine, which is the first incident recorded in the Sri Lanka region. Also, Hezbollah has joined the war against Israel. So far, attacks by both Israel and Hezbollah have been going on, with an attack by Israel in Beirut resulting in the death of about 35 people. Now, the dimension of this attack is quickly changing. While there's still heavy attacks on military installations, Israel and the United States are strategically attacking energy resources, particularly oil reserves in Iran. So also, Israel has announced that its troops will be advancing towards border communities in Lebanon to prevent attacks from Hezbollah armed groups. Now, the United Kingdom has also said it will not be getting itself involved in the conflict, while it also calls for diplomacy to be used instead of direct confrontation. The US so far has announced that 8 of its service members have died as a result of this war. Meanwhile, Iran, on the other hand, said it is not going to negotiate with the United States. Instead, Iran is carrying out heavy attacks on countries around the Gulf region that are friendly to the United States. Countries like Bahrain, UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Kuwait have been heavily attacked by Iran. The US embassies in these countries have also suffered some minor attacks. So, Saudi Arabia has recorded its first civilian incident since the war started. Meanwhile, the president of Iran, President Massoud, has apologized to the countries in the Gulf region for attacks, noting that it is not going to attack unless attacks is carried out against it. But so far, attacks from Iran on these countries in the Middle East has not stopped. Also, the Islamic Revolution Guards Corps (IRGC) has announced the closure of the Strait of Hormuz. The Strait of Hormuz is a shipping route that is used for the shipping of major oil vessels. The closure has led to countries like Danish announcing suspension vessels in that region. Meanwhile, 2 vessels have been shot on the Strait of Hormuz so far since the war started in Iran. So within this period, Iran announced an interim leader. Ayatollah Alireza Arafi was announced as the interim supreme leader in Iran. This gave an opportunity for a Supreme Council to be established to sit on the appointment of a new supreme leader. The members of the Supreme Council, which includes the interim supreme leader, the president, and the judiciary chief, sat, resulting in the appointment of 56-year-old Mojtaba Khamenei, who is the son to the slain supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. He was appointed as the new supreme leader of Iran. Meanwhile, Israel announced that any new appointed leader will be a target for elimination, while President Trump announced that he wants to have a say in the appointment of a new supreme leader in Iran. He noted that the appointment of a new leader who will continue with the policy of the former president Ayatollah Ali Khamenei will not be acceptable by him. So far, over 1,200 civilians have died from the war. The Iranian Red Crescent Society also announced that over 3,000 homes and 500 business centers have been destroyed from the strikes as a result of the war. Join me tomorrow as we continue with the part 2 on the state of global peace. See you then.